Hello there. Right before the video, I just want to preface two things. First of all, thank you so much for all of the uh attention that my first Animal Crossing New Horizons um modding tutorial got. I really appreciate it. I hope I get some of the same audience because you guys seem to understand it. You didn't have many questions. I hope I did okay on that one. This one will be slightly similar, a tiny bit all over the place, but in an area where if you don't have a tutorial, which you probably won't have another tutorial, you're gonna need a tutorial. So, another thing, you cannot go online with this without doing other weird things. You're gonna have to, go you're gonna have to be careful and like find another tutorial for the online stuff if you really want that, if you want to transfer some kind of really old save or something that you've been playing on for like a while or something. It's usually not for me, not worth it. But if it's you think it'll be worth it, like set aside an hour to maybe 3 of your time and just set yourself to figure it out. If you have ADHD, this might be very difficult. I have ADHD. I spent like 10 hours on this last night. The downloading things process was very difficult for me. But thank you for all the attention. And one last thing before I start the video, the Steam Rep website, which I recommend you go to, sometimes has spicy ads. Be careful. If it opens a new tab, wait for it to load, and then if it opens something, immediately close it. If it opens something that you originally did not intend for it to open, close it immediately. It could be spyware. Don't even look at it, especially if you see like something that you should not be seeing. Don't look at it. Just close the tab and reopen it like 3 to 5 times. If it doesn't work, consider that link dead. It is completely hacked. You'll have to find another way, unfortunately. Fit Girl is not usually a great way with specifically large games because there's like a 90 part download for this, and each part takes like a little bit of so much time to download. And I'm ranting, aren't I? So have a great time playing your game. If you end up enjoying this tutorial, please leave a like or something. I really appreciate it. Comment if you have any questions, and thank you. Bye. Or bye for now. I'll start the video in a second. Thank you. Hello there, my name is Talon, and today I am making a tutorial on how to get all the Sims 4 packs for free on Steam Deck. And this is actually like not a very hard process. It's hard when you don't have any guidance, and this is specifically for the Steam Deck. This is not always going to work, and it is specifically for Steam. It is not for EA. The process might be similar, but with different folder structures, possibly, and you'd have to find certain folders on your own. But it's also I think it's pretty easy to some extent. Okay, I forgot to open that. So here are the folders you're gonna need. You're gonna need your downloads folder with this, the imsims-updater.exe. This is the only exe other than the Sims exe that you will be using, okay? This is the only one. If you download another exe, do not run it. Delete it immediately. It could be spyware. There's infinite number of things it could be, okay? With the Steam Deck, you're going to need a program called Lutris to run exe files. I have the Sims Updater here. Since Inadius is quitting, which you may have heard about, which was about 2-3 months ago, most updater tutorials are outdated. This newer one, while downloads the packs really, really slow, does work great for the unlocker. So, and its interface is really understandable. And if I need to get all of the files together in a pinch, and I'm willing to wait, and I don't want to find a new place to find them, and the old place has been taken down, then I have that. You can get the EA DLC Unlocker V2 separately. I have Sims 4 from Steam Rip. Steam Rip I found is very reliable for multiple things. So you have the Unlocker, the Updater if you want it. The Unlocker is a separate thing that I will not go over because it's very, very simple. There's a tutorial within the zip file, so you should be fine. The DLC, which can come in a separate file depending on which DLC if you want. But if you're looking for all the DLC, first of all, you will need a bigger hard drive of some kind, most likely, if your computer is not bigger than 128 gigabytes, I believe it was. The small side of thing. Either that or the one that's double that, depending on which you have. Maybe look it up. There are several different there's so many DLCs at this point that one, you could spend $1,000 on all of them, or you could do this, which is very nice and easy compared to that, and might even download faster and won't break your bank. So we are going to be doing this with just one DLC. I already have it done for the most part, but when you go in, you're going to wait for the files to extract. You're going to go in, there's going to be 2 folders. Or if you go to the Steam Rip, there's going to be a bunch of folders. But if you do this, you're going to have the installer and the EP0. EP01. If you're doing Get to Work. Do not rename either of these folders. Each folder is named for a reason. This is Expansion Pack 1 or Get to Work, I believe. Yeah, it says Get to Work here. If you do the Steam Rip, which takes a while to extract, so I'm not going to extract it right now, you are going to be left with a lot of DLCs. You can use a website to search for which ones you want if you want multiple, and find downloading everything is easier than downloading a few and then just picking out those few from the website. Whatever you want to do to find all the packs that you want or use all of them, that is fine. 2 packs that I'm just going to say kind of make the game worse in some ways are the Dine Out and the My Wedding stuff. While I only build in the game, so I don't actually play that much, I usually only build. So this makes it those 2 packs actually can kind of break certain parts of the game with different events, like weddings for My Wedding stuff, and Dine Out does like dining out, like restaurant things. But I only really build in the game, so I don't really worry about that. But yeah, I'd watch out for those kinds of packs that you definitely don't want if you're playing the game and want those aspects to be better. So anyway, we have the installer and the EP01, and we are going to go to 2 places. We are going to go to this very long address. Once again, this is specifically for the Steam Deck. You are going to need to find most of this by yourself up to the, I think, drive C on Windows or some non uh Steam option. If you are going through EA, this is probably not going to be the guide for you, but I use Steam because I am on Steam Deck and I physically cannot get the EA app. So you're going to see these 3 folders: the Electronic Arts, Microsoft, and wine_gecko, most likely. You might not see wine, but you'll if you have what I have, you will see the wine. And I don't know exactly what gave me the wine, but it did. So now I have the 3 folders instead of possibly just the 2. If you don't have wine gecko, you're fine. Don't worry, we're not even dealing with that. So you are going to you might actually not want to use the updater on I Am Sims or whatever. You might want to instead download the actual DLC unlocker. Oops, I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing. I might have to re-record now. But you are going to want to take all of this, or even just take the folder and put it into this very long address that I will not go through completely because it is very long. I kind of have muscle memory to find each one now, each of the different files. I start at local and then just kind of go down, and I have like it memorized at this point. So every time I go into an app, I just kind of know which one to go to next because of muscle memory and however the brain works. So you're gonna put this here. Now this is gonna do like a few things. You're gonna want to run it you're gonna want to run in console. Sorry. If you get this, shoot. If you get this, you are going, I'm not sure if it actually changes anything for this, but if you want to still have this here, which you probably should, you can download the I Am Sims thing that I have saved in my thing, so I didn't just delete my only copy, I promise. I also have a bookmark of the GitHub. You you put it here, and if you get that message, you go to the actual game folder, which you can get to via the Steam check local files or whatever it was. If you go to manage and browse local files, it will take you to the right folder. Now, this depends on your installation. I have it on a separate hard drive for my Steam Deck because it does not have enough space, as far as I know, for for everything. So I just don't. I just have a 1 terabyte hard drive that I keep all my games on, and then more necessary things I keep on the actual Steam Deck file, such as certain games, like my emulated games, that kind of stuff. And inside this folder, I have a bajillion folders, but you will not. You will not have a bajillion folders. So if you get it from SteamRep, you will have, I'm kind of all over the place, I'm sorry. You will have to put every single folder from the SteamRep folder into this file. And you will extract this. I would keep it there just to keep it. But if you get that message I was talking about before, I forgot about that. You are going to go to _installer origin Redis and turtle and then run this in Lutris. I have it right here. You just wait for it to load and then X out. And then you are all good with that. The message should not pop up after you do that, and if it does, use the IM_sims thing. Just search for IM_sims stupid keyboard. IM_sims updater. And here it is. It is like right here. All you need to do is download the release. My current one is 1.3.1. That might be different depending on when you're watching this, which it probably won't have a very long lifespan, but whatever. But you'll just press, once you get the DLC files into the thing, you have to do the DLC files first. You put the you take you take the I will run it just to show you what it looks like. I have it I believe down here. Yes, I do. In here, but I also have it on Sims Updater, which I forgot about. The Lutris extension, which I actually need more than the file. Just keep the file where you have it, put it somewhere safe, and here you are. You click Browse and choose whatever folder you have it in. If you have it in a separate installation from the default, it'll be easier to find. I believe you can't actually see every file that is hidden most of the time. So I would probably find some kind of drive or card or something to put it on so that you don't have to deal with that. And you go to Steam Apps or whatever. Oops. Go to Steam Apps, Common, and then you go to The Sims, and then you click Open, and then you hit Scan, and it says that I have every single one. You will also have every single one because you have theoretically put in all of the DLC files you want, and you are going to click Install DLC Unlocker. And then it'll give you some stuff, and you'll be all good. So now you have your DLC files. And you have your SteamRip DLC files. You have in the and you important note, when putting DLC files into I will show you with this, if you put a file into a file with with another file with the same name, you will get a pop-up like this. You might have to move it because that is annoying. And you have to click Apply to All right into. Apply to All overwrite, and then you will have all of the new files in here instead of replacing the files, which is not what you want to do. You do not want to replace any files, you just want to put in new files. Other than the ones that I clicked save over, those are ones that have duplicates. You do not want to you just wanna, yeah, you'll understand when you do it, hopefully. So we have our DLC files. We have our unlocker, which may or may not work. You might have to get the I Am Sims GitHub thing. And here, oops, why is my cursor big? You have all of that. You have all of you have your DLC unlocker file in here. You have all of the DLC in here, which is why you need the install folder there. And you have all of these folders, or the folders of whichever packs you want. Once again, if you don't know which packs go with which number, don't worry, you don't need to memorize that, it's fine. You just search Google or whatever, Firefox, and you search whichever one you want. You just search what the number is for whichever thing, or you search for a website that will tell you to some extent. And as you can see, I have the installer. This is what you get when you get the EA updater, the I Am Sims thing. You put all of these, actually you put this one, I believe, into here, and you copy it there, and then you just run it from here in Lutris, and you should be good. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything. If you have questions in the comments, please let me know. But it will not show up for me, but it will hopefully show up for you. And you are going to want to it's going to show up for you these little pop-ups, which will pop up showing that you have the DLC that you put in, hopefully. I will show you that this... Can I show you that this works in this video? I'll be safe and not do that. I will put a another video on my page, a short showing everything. So just to go over it one more time, we have the roaming file at this file path. We have the EA DLC unlocker here, which you put directly from the downloads after extracting. This exact folder you put in here. Make sure it's not like double embedded in files. Like if you open up the DLC Unlocker V2 and then there's another DLC Unlocker V2 folder and nothing else, take that one out and then put it into this folder, that kind of thing. You're gonna have all your DLC files in here. Inside installer and DLC, you're gonna have all of your DLC files in here. These are actually two different things, so don't just copy don't just copy one to the other. They are different files. I promise you, it's not that easy. I wish it was. I've tried it. It's not that easy. And you put you have all of this. You probably won't have this if you yeah. So, and you should be able to open up it in a different folder. No, you should be able to open up the game now. If I'm not forgetting anything, please let me know if I forgot something, and I will remake the tutorial after like a month or so. If I forgot something, I will make like a list or something of everything to make sure I don't forget, which I did do with my ACNH modding tutorial and everything. If you guys want a possible modding tutorial for this, that's great, but just to keep in mind, I might put another one of these at the beginning of the video. You cannot go online without doing some other finicky stuff that I have no idea how to do. There's tutorials out there. There are tutorials out there. I have no idea how to do it. I have tried, but you cannot go online without doing some other weird stuff. You click when you click play, a little pop-up will show up. And it'll say go online, go offline, or create shortcuts. There will be another a button like right here that will be grayed out. I don't remember what it says. You click go offline, or if you want to go online really badly and put something on the gallery or get something off the gallery or something like that, you will you'll click online, find a tutorial, do all that finicky stuff, and then you can do that, but it is most likely not going to be worth it unless you have a build from a different save or a group of sims from a different save that you want to bring over. That will probably not be worth it unless you have like a long generational line or really big build that took you forever. I spent like 10 hours trying to figure this out. So please like the video. I spent so long trying to figure this out. Just for one, for myself to figure it out, and two, for you guys so that I can make this tutorial and help other people. The whole reason I make these kinds of tutorials is to help people not have to go through the stuff that I go through, okay? Not go through the bleeps that I go through. So yeah, and that should work fine. If it doesn't, please leave a comment. I will correct any mistakes that I made. And you can also, while I hate doing this, it can be really useful. Go to Gemini or some kind of AI chatbot. Don't go to ChatGPT. That is evil. Go to like Google Gemini and search how, my keyboard will work, how to get free DLC Sims. No, don't search that. That's actually a bad thing to search. Search your specific problem, and it will come up with possible solutions. If you want an immediate response, I will respond as quickly as I can, but especially if you're doing it late at night, I will not be able to respond immediately. I'm a very small creator currently, so if you could support and or do anything, share, comment, like, I would really appreciate it. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.